Hey, my name is Drew Diorsi, and I'm so honored to have you here with me watching today's video. And the reason I feel so honored is because the only people watching my video are the types of people who are seeking to live a healthier and a happier life. And the beautiful thing about that is when you learn how to cultivate more health and happiness for yourself, you have a ripple effect and you make this world a better place. So I honor you, I appreciate you, and I'm excited for what this video has in store for you, because today's video, the intention is to show you an exercise, a practical technique that will help you eliminate negative self-talk once and for all, so that you no longer sabotage yourself, so that these thoughts in your mind are no longer bringing you down, making you feel less than, making you feel like you're not good enough. And the way we are going to do that is we're going to break this video up into two parts. The first part, we're going to talk all about negative self-talk and why it happens. And then the second part, we're going to be talking about a worksheet where I walk you through a worksheet where we will be talking about an exercise, a daily exercise, a 2-minute daily exercise that will allow you to alleviate and eliminate negative self-talk once and for all, so that you're able to show up in the areas of your life in the way that you want to consistently, day in and day out, so that you can make massive progress. If that sounds cool, then watch this video all the way through. And also, please do me a huge favor, click that like button, the thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can receive more videos just like this one, with the intention of showing you how to create what I call body life mastery, so that you can live any body that you love and you can create a life that is full of joy and full of passion and full of challenge and full of excitement. Without further ado, let's talk about negative self-talk. I want to share with you my definition of negative self-talk, and that is any thought that makes you feel like you're not enough. Okay? I want to emphasize the word feel, because the nature of our mind is simply to just think thoughts. Okay? The nature of the mind is to think thought. A thought in of itself is not good or bad. The only thing that makes it so is if it makes us feel a certain way. And the only reason this happens, so let's talk about why does this happen? Why does a thought make us feel like you're not enough? This happens, okay, because we are identified with our limited self. In other words, with our lower self, what I call the 1.0 version of ourself. When you are identified with your lower self, the 1.0 version of yourself, you are looking and you are scanning for proof as to why you are not good enough and for why you are not going to achieve your goals. So when a negative thought comes up, or when a thought comes up and it says, you're lazy, or you're overweight, or you're not going hard enough, or you're not doing good enough, this thought is now proof to you as to why you're never going to get what you want and why you're not good enough. It's proof to you for why you're such a loser. And this only happens when you are identified with your limited self. Now, you can have the same thought, but if you are identified with your higher self, what I call the 2.0 version of yourself, that thought doesn't even register or show up on your radar. Because when you are identified as your highest self, the 2.0 version of yourself, you're scanning and you're looking for proof as to why you are good enough. So when the thought comes up that I'm fat, it just keeps fucking going by. You don't attach yourself to it. It just goes away as fast as it came through. And you begin scanning for information as to why you're good enough. And you're going to find it everywhere, because you will find whatever you're looking for. When you're identified as the limited, the lower self, the 1.0 version of yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror, and that's proof to you for why you fucking suck and why you're not good enough. Okay? And you will find it. Even if you're beautiful, you will find proof. Okay? Even if you're really smart, you will find proof as to why you're dumb when you're identified with the 1.0 version of yourself. Now, if you do the 2-minute solution exercise that I will show you in the worksheet, and you identify with your higher self, you will look in the mirror and you will find proof as to why you are good enough and why you are going to be making progress. Even though you don't have that perfect body, you will find proof as to why you're smart enough, as to why you're doing enough work, even though today was kind of a crummy day. Okay, so the solution, the 2-minute solution, is to learn how to identify with the 2.0 version of yourself. Identify with 2.0 you. Okay? If we are able to do that, you literally eliminate negative self-talk. You don't eliminate bad thoughts, but they no longer make you feel like you're not good enough. That is the distinction that I need you to understand. I'm not giving you an exercise that is going to eliminate bad thoughts. I'm going to give you an exercise that will make sure you no longer feel like you're not good enough. That is huge, and what I want to do now is take you through the worksheet that will help you identify, okay? First we have to get clear with who the 1.0 limited self is and who the 2.0 higher version of ourself is, and then I will walk you through a kind of a guided meditation, if you will, that will help you identify with the 2.0 you. Hopefully that makes sense. If it does, keep watching this video. To gain free access to the worksheet, go to the description down below, click the link, type in your email, and you will receive immediate free access. Make sure you do that right now. Do it now so you can follow along for the second part of this video, where I will take you to my laptop and I will walk you through the worksheet that is going to change your life in such a profound way. And once you feel that profound shift, what I ask of you is to share this video with somebody who you want to experience this same beautiful shift that you've now experienced. Let's go to the worksheet right now. All right, my friend, welcome to part 2 of today's video. This is the worksheet, what I'm calling 2 minutes to unstoppable. All right, for you to gain free access, again, go to the description down below the video you're watching, type in your email, and you will immediately receive free access. You can either do one of two things. You can print off this worksheet so you can write in your own answers, or if you want to type in the answers on your own laptop, simply go to the tab File in the top left hand corner, click File, click Make a Copy, and then name it whatever your heart desires, and then click OK. The intention of this worksheet is to show you how to consistently tap into a headspace where you feel unstoppable, where you embody the 2.0 healthiest and happiest and most successful version of yourself. And there's 4 parts to this worksheet. And I want you to watch this video all the way through so you have clarity with how this will proceed, okay? So part 1, it's all about defining your lower self. Who is the 1.0 version of yourself? What are the self-talks, or what's the negative self-talk that you currently experience, okay? So you're going to answer those 2 questions. And from there, we are going to do something that is going to challenge you. And I am going to ask you to identify the cause of this negative self-talk. Why do you feel stuck? Okay, so you're going to spend some time on those 3 questions. And then from there, this is where it gets really, really fun, and where I ask that you use your imagination to answer your questions, and you allow yourself to be free, to be limitless, to be playful. And this is where you're going to define your higher self. This is the 2.0 version of yourself. This is who has already achieved the goals that you want. This is the version of you that does not experience negative self-talk. Yes, they experience quote unquote bad thoughts, but those thoughts do not make them feel like they're not good enough. Hopefully that makes sense. But these questions, these 8 questions, are going to help you clearly define your higher self. And once you do that, only then will you move to part 4. And this is the 2-minute exercise. Okay, let me write that in, 2-minute exercise, right there. And this is where we embody and become the 2.0 version of yourself. And I want you to listen to me guiding you through the instructions right now, okay? You are going to be closing your eyes, and you will visualize or imagine your current 1.0 self looking at the 2.0 version of yourself. He or she is standing directly in front of you as you sit comfortably in a chair. okay? Notice everything you need to notice about the 2.0 version of yourself. This is your higher self standing right in front of you. Notice how their body looks. Notice how they handle stress. Notice their thoughts, their self-talk, and their habits. Notice their confidence. Notice how they breathe and how they communicate. And just simply notice whatever comes up, looking and admiring the higher version of yourself, the 2.0 version of yourself. And once you have noticed everything you need to notice, then it is time for you to visualize or imagine your current 1.0 self standing up in your mind's eye, of course, and embracing and hugging the 2.0 version of yourself. And as you hug the 2.0 version of yourself, you embody them and you become them instantaneously. When you hug them, it's like you're putting on this new pair of clothes. In the moment that your 1.0 self embraces, let me erase the word current. The moment your 1.0 self embraces the 2.0 version of yourself, you begin to take on the same attitude and behavior as the 2.0 version. And I want you to really notice that and feel it. You begin to feel like the 2.0 version of yourself. You begin to think like them and you begin to act like them. And once you feel like you have fully and completely embodied the 2.0 version of yourself, completely, then it is time for you to let go of your higher self and thank them for being strong and for being courageous and confident. Now you have officially embodied the 2.0 version of yourself, where you now identify as your higher self. Once you've done that, you simply open your eyes and you act accordingly. You don't need to force anything. You just go about your life as you normally would. But now you are identified as the 2.0 version of yourself, looking for and scanning for proof as to why you are good enough. And you will find it everywhere you look. I can guarantee you that. You will find it because you are good enough. Without you having to change anything, you are good enough. This practice will only take you 2 minutes a day. Now, I want you to do this practice twice daily. Okay, schedule it on your calendar if you need to. This is paramount to your success. You are not going to achieve any results if you do this once. I mean, you'll feel fucking good, but you're not going to achieve any long-lasting results if you just do it once. And that's why I ask that you do it twice daily, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. Do it for the next 21 days. And each time you do it, you will get better and better and better, and you will shift into a deeper mental and emotional state. And it's going to be such a profound experience. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, my email is in the top right-hand corner of this worksheet. Reach out to me, subscribe to my channel. I honor you, I appreciate you, I love you, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye now.